Lost performative. Lost performative is one of the deletion sections in the NLP Meta Model, part of NLP and LANGUAGE. You may be interested in this because you're already an NLP practitioner and you want to do a bit of revision of Meta Model. You may just be interested in language patterns. This time I'm talking about lost performative. I'm going to give you some examples of lost performatives. These delete the authority behind the should or the must. The should or the must might be implied rather than said. So for example, the decision has been reached. What's missing? By whom? Who says? Who did that? That's against policy. So who set the policy? Mistakes have been made. That's my favourite. That's a very common one with politicians, isn't it? Mistakes have been made. It's like no personal responsibility is taken at all for the statement. Yet the statement is presented as if it has a tremendous amount of authority. It's advice that we really do need to listen to, even though we don't actually know who it came from. So we question these lost performance by asking, according to who or who says? If you like these videos, you can subscribe by pressing the red button on the screen below. There's another way in which lost performatives are used, which is really to do with beliefs. It's really to do with people presenting a belief as if it were a fact. That's really, in a way, what opinion is, if you think about it. I am presenting my belief to you as if it were a fact, and I am definitely trying to persuade you of this belief presented as fact. So it's useful to know how to question them so that you don't just accept other people's beliefs as fact. So, for example, vitamins are an essential part of our diet. Now, it's very difficult to question that, isn't it? Because in a way, most of us believe that. But who said that? Who says that? And then I think what can be particularly confusing is advice like this. Always be the first to arrive and the last to leave. Which is funny because it could also be said, always be the last to arrive and the first to leave. Okay, what are we doing here? What are we understanding? Do we understand it? Boys will be boys. Big boys don't cry. They sound like they're facts, don't they? And they may have been used on us in our childhood as if they were facts. But they're not. They're somebody's belief, somebody's opinion, and we don't need to believe them. Let's just take one more. Confusion. If you want to lose weight, cut down on saturated fats. Which is fair enough, but if you want to lose weight, you should really cut down on carbs. Which is fair enough, except that if you want to lose weight, really make sure you don't eat potatoes. Do you see what I mean? This is all advice presented as fact. And I think in many ways, the king of this kind of lost performative is this phrase: it's inappropriate. It's such a good phrase, isn't it? It's inappropriate. I mean, it's absolutely damning, isn't it, if we do something which is inappropriate. And we may well forget to ask, according to who? Bye for now.